Boyd and Sara talk about nothing. If it's one person that you should have told the whole truth to, Boyd, it would have been Sara.
Hey, she's not going in the goddamn box, okay?
What is going on, y'all? Back here again with your episode 204 review of From Back in the Studio / Living Room. What is this tune, kids? Figured it out yet? I always feel like somebody watching me, and I got no privacy, is what Jim is saying. He feels like it's an experiment. What if they're doing this to see our reaction? You know, don't you love how the show casually throws out our theories that we're seeing out here on YouTube? From purgatory, is it a dream, aliens, and whatever else. But anyway, yeah, Jim is, asking the right questions, saying the right things. He's getting closer, maybe a little too close. If Donna has anything to say about it, is she the mole? I don't know. I think I got somebody in mind who may be the mole, but I'll throw that out a little bit later in the theory section. I'll do that towards the end of the show. But as far as this past episode 4 was good. I was intrigued. Not much happened though, if that makes sense. But I thought it was a great build-up episode. Kenny is broken. What's going on with Boyd? Is he turned into a monster? Is he getting superpowers? What are these worms doing to him? Randall, will he be humbled? I finally got his name right. I think I called him Colin in my last episode review. Oh my God, my bad. A love connection going on between Elgin and Julie, perhaps. I don't know. All these things and more in your episode 204 review. Let's go ahead and get into it. But before we get into things, make sure to hit that like button. Slap that like button like this. Now that you've slapped the like button and subscribe button, hopefully you have. I trust you. If you haven't, go do it now. All right, let's get into the show, guys. That was Rockwell. I feel like somebody's watching me, featuring Michael Jackson, of course. I might intro every review with that now. It seems to fit. But anyway, guys, let me see what I got here. I got to get a feel, the flow of this review. But yeah, just going to the summer. Can't wait, to see what mysteries unravel. For every mystery unraveled, there will be more questions, so y'all might as well get ready. But episode 6 is supposed to be a banger. We shall see, but still got to get to episode 5. Will Sara go in the box?
Hey, she's not going in the goddamn box, okay?
Not if Boyd has anything to do with it, right? So just my overall thoughts here on the show. On this episode, if I were to give it a grade, I would say I give it a strong B. Like I said, nothing really happened per se. No big mysteries were, unraveled. We didn't get any answers to anything. I'll get to Boyd and Sara in a minute. They really said nothing. Which let me go ahead and just throw this up right now. Character communication is horrible right now. Jim is the only one really saying something. Everybody else is either telling a bit of the truth of what happened. Tabitha kind of saying that she's seeing things. Boyd is not revealing that he saw Martin. He's not explaining this big gash on his arm that Christy saw. He's just, oh, it's nothing. Come on, man. It's getting a little annoying. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's just one small gripe I probably have with this. The character communication is horrible in this series. Good God, man. Just say what happened. All right. With that being said, I don't think I'm gonna be back here. So we start with Kenny We see his, his mom and his dad, and the reason they brought him to the hospital in the first place, as far as because they used to live in a house or whatnot, and I guess the dad, he almost let the monsters in one night, so they had to put him someplace where he couldn't get to the doors. Makes sense, right? So, but as we all know, that didn't work out too good because of Sarah, right? But yeah, you know what I noticed? I don't think anybody else has had a flashback, a soul flashback besides Boy. So I found that kind of interesting. I think maybe Father Kotri, I think he had a flashback, or was he a part of the episode from season one where they showed basically Boyd's backstory, how he came to, Fromland or whatever. Yeah, I think they show Father Kotri in that flashback or something like that. Um, but yeah, I just found that kind of interesting. So far, Boyd and Kenny are the only ones who kind of had their own flashback dedicated to them. So I just thought that's something I throw out there. Um, but yeah, so this is even gonna make a stronger point when we get to the end of the episode. Um, so yeah, but we're gonna get to that. Let's talk about Jim here flying a little close to the sun. He had the conversation with Tabitha as far as the wires and electricity, and then what if this is somebody doing some type of experiment to see how we react, like a stress test basically. And um and then he takes this, the information as far as the radio. He tells Tabitha, ask him if anybody else, has heard of this information. And then, later on, we cut to Donna, of course. And, she pretty much tells Jim, don't let everybody know this information. Now, from that standpoint, that makes sense. I think certain people, there's a certain class of people that should know the information that's going around. Like, say for instance, Boyd. I think, let's say, Donna, maybe Jim, Tabitha, people that Kenny, of course, as well. Certain people, I think he should tell this stuff too, as far as the worms that are in his arm, as far as what really happened in the forest, the from the, I guess, the spider or whatever that was carrying them, Martin, things of that nature. I think certain classes of people should know this information. Of course, you don't want to just go telling some rando, but I think the people that are, I guess you could say, on the top of the hierarchy, as far as this the group of people is concerned, let's get the information out to them. But basically, all I'm saying is, I think certain people need to know um this information. This needs to be spread. The monsters are under the ground. Tabitha, Jim needs to know this information. Maybe Boyd or Donna needs to know this information. You don't have to go tell everybody, but I'm like, I'm ready for this to be revealed, so we can make a plan. You know what I'm saying? Um, but anyway, so let's go ahead and move to Randall. Gonna keep this moving. Will Randall be humbled? This is one of the things I'm looking forward to. Donna put him on that bus. He's pretty much out for himself right now. Hopefully next episode we're gonna see nighttime. It's been daytime as far as the timeline. These past couple of episodes, maybe the past two episodes, it's been daytime. I'm ready to see the monsters come back out now. So this is one thing I'm looking forward to. Next episode here, as far as Randall is concerned. I want to see is he gonna, is he gonna be scared? Is he gonna, look him straight in the face? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna go outside and, maybe scrap with one of the monsters? No, I'm just playing. But of course, he would be dead if that was the case. But I want to see his reaction as far as when the monsters come out at night and he's on that bus. So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to um in the next episode here. Uh let's talk about this love connection, possible love connection going on between Julie and Elgin. Of course, they go from, of course, they had the scene before with Jade. Jade had some good comedic effect as far in this episode. He's like, we just got rid of some hippies. Now y'all living with me. I can't remember exactly what he said, but yeah. So they go to, of course, the colony house, and I guess while I'm, talking about it, Ethan had the conversation with Victor, and it's basically, he's having a conversation with a grown ass kid. It's like, you should have told him louder. I don't know, but it's kind of funny for some reason. But Ethan got his feelings hurt. So he's got me. I think this is probably like the first time I've seen Ethan mad. Uh so yeah, he Victor broke his heart. Maybe they'll, make up at some point. He did give him the markers. So I guess you can kind of say there was an olive branch, so to say, uh, for going through his room. Well, he didn't really have much of a choice. Jay kind of just, started messing with himself and wasn't much he could do. So really, Victor, you know what I'm saying? What what do you really expect Ethan to do as far as, stopping a grown man from going in through your room? Um, anyway, going back to Julie here and Elgin, I think it's a chance for a little spark, but I don't know. Maybe she was just trying to be nice. Um, but I don't know. I kind of did maybe feel something. There's a lot of interracial, relationships in this series. So I think so. So we'll see. We'll see. um anyway, let's go to Boyd and Sara talk about nothing. They talked about absolutely nothing. If it's one person that you should have told the whole truth to, Boyd, it would have been Sara. Nothing was said other than, I fell through the tree. You weren't there. I went to the basement. And then that was it. We are like, we've been waiting for Sara to come back. They have y'all discussion about what happened during events after the force or whatever, and nothing was said. So this kind of annoyed me right here. I'm like, boy, should have said something to Sara. But other than that, Kenny and Boyd get into this argument about as far as what to do when these people find out about Sara. And of course, that's where we get this.
Hey, she's not going in the goddamn box, okay?
And then after this, I guess his blood pressure goes up, the worms go into effect or whatever. And then he falls out, wakes up. Christie's doing, some type of test on him. And she notices the gash on his arm, of course. And of course, he I fell down in the force or whatever bullshit he said. But I think Chris is gonna find out a little bit more, maybe pry a little bit more into this. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I don't think she's falling for the I fell down and scratched myself excuse. So I want to see where that actually goes as well. Also, um there was also the spider bite as well. We saw the spider bite. So is it the spider bite? I'm still trying to figure out, is the spider bite doing anything, or is it the worms that are causing him to have this reaction? So, what's going on with Boyd, man? Um, let's see. We also get another scene between was it Bacta and Jade? Next segment here, Tom's replacement. Are one of these character's going to take over the bar. Not really an important conversation, but it's just some I've seen brought up in other reviews that somebody might be replacing Tom, and it could be one of these two. If it seemed like Bacta would be a good choice. I can see her behind the bar. Um, but yeah, she was talking about, basically how she regretted not turning the bus around when Elgin told her to turn around. But Jade pretty much said at this point it was too late when you saw the tree anyway, so it doesn't matter. And he said a line like, most of these their life was already messed up if they were on a bus or something like that. But yeah, like I said, Jade bringing the comedic effect, to the episode here. So, um, but yeah, and then getting towards the end here, we get Sarah's confession. And I don't know, I wasn't expecting her to tell Kenny that, she basically killed her dad, or was the reason that her dad died or whatnot. Um, just a little nitpick. I wish I would have seen the actual words come out of her mouth instead of the cutaway. And then later in the episode, we see Kenny staring at the wall like a psycho or whatever. But before I get into that, let's talk about Tilly. Is Tilly the op, man? As far as this mole conversation, you know what? Even though Tilly could be a mole, because when Boyd passed her, she was like, I heard you went on an adventure and all that. So, that sounds like a person that's watching and spying, you know what I'm saying? Um, she could be, but you know what? I was thinking about somebody. I don't know her name. The girl from the Colony House, the big girl that got her eye, that glass in her eye patch girl. I th- I don't know. For some reason, I think she might be a bow for some reason, man. Because it's like I'm thinking about I'm thinking about somebody you would least expect. And you have these scenes where she's in with different people, and it seems like she was in the scene with, I think, Jade, and the one with Victor, and the people just kind of blow her off like she doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So it would be kind of ironic if this girl turned out to be like the most. It's just something I'm thinking about. It's something I've thought about. But how many but y'all believe that Eye Patch Girl may be the mole that is, everybody's talking about or whatever? I don't know her name. I really don't feel like looking it up right now. She's Eye Patch Girl, god damn it. After this, Kenny is broken, y'all. So, like I said, Kenny goes back to the spot where his father died, and pretty much he's like, she's going in the box tonight, right? So this leads us into episode 5. Is Sarah going in the box? Does Sarah deserve to go in the box? I mean, even though it was out of her control, I mean, like the chances that Ethan's family are just gonna let this slide is 0. And nobody in the community is gonna be accepting. I don't see her getting a second chance. Maybe she might be better off just dying anyway. Either that or exile her or something like that. But if you did that, she'd probably be dead anyway. So you know. Um, but yeah, let's get her up out of here. She seems I think last episode I said, she's an important character. And I don't know, she needs to prove it. Because right now, sitting down at the table, and pretty much saying that you want to die, that you want to go into the box. I'm like, there's no more use for you then. And after that conversation with her and Boyd, what's the point? So, um, I don't know. I do think Sarah will make it in the end. So I don't think she's going in the box, but I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. But y'all tell me what y'all think here, guys. So hopefully, I think I did pretty decent with this review. Like I say, it wasn't much to talk about just because it was kind of a slow episode, but at the same time, I was intrigued. I no, I put it like this: it was a good build-up episode, but I think from here it's time to kick things up. Really dive deeper into the lure of what's going on in Fromland, and you know let's get into it, man. But yeah, we're getting closer to this episode 6, man. I heard it's supposed to be going down, but anyway, guys, tell me your thoughts, theories, things of that nature, and I'm gonna be getting up out of here. Thank you for joining in, for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to slap that like button, subscribe, comment down below your theories, thoughts, and I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace out.
Hey, she's not going in the goddamn box, okay?